let's flip a coin. Head Carolina, tails California, somewhere greener, somewhere warmer.
Okay, Andy Graham, Hobo Traveler. I'm leaving Tirana, Albania. It's about 5 in the morning. It's not my idea of fun walking down vacant alleys in the middle of 5 o'clock in the morning. There's a casino. It's sometimes fun to walk around at night because everything starts hanging out, starts showing up in the dark. In the early morning, you can actually even see all the hotels that are hiding. I'm gonna keep going here just a little because there's another casino up here on the right. Just what you expect to see, right, in Tirana, Albania, a casino. I'm on the way to the bus stop to leave for Skopje, Macedonia. Okay, I'm going to arrive at my bus stop, or whatever you want to call it, my point of departure here. And it's always debatable in Europe whether you want to live close to the train or bus stop or you want to live in the center of town, because obviously if you're close to the bus stop, these 5 o'clock jaunts in the middle of the dark are a lot better. But the bad part is every time you leave your hotel, you'd have to walk about, you could need to walk a long distance to get to the tourist area, and the pure ambience of the neighborhood is better in some of the closer to the center of town places. But it's a real tough one. Each place I go, like right now I'm going to Skopje, and I'm going to live pretty close to the bus stop, just because I'm too lazy to want to go figure out the city. Because each time you live farther away from the bus stop, that means you're walking around with your full backpack or full luggage trying to figure out how to get there. And the taxis don't go directly to the tourist areas. You still have to walk and figure it all out. It's not like you can just get a taxi and go directly to your hotel in Europe. There are a lot of time on these pedestrian walkways, and it's still a quarter of a mile to the hotel, and you got to figure it all out, but most countries on the planet I could just take a taxi. 200 cheap countries on the planet I could take a taxi, and hey, there's my girl, she's actually showing up, the worker. You can actually take a taxi that would drop you off right in front of your hotel, and that's one reason why living in a hotel is a little easier. Hostels are sort of hidden, while hotels are pretty dominating, and then you can do it. But obviously I would consider living in a hotel. I don't know if I'd ever want to come to Europe and live in a hotel, because the social life is about zero. Well, so this is my bus leaving for Skopje. She said it would be right out front, but it's not right out front, it's actually around the corner. Hey, a policeman. No, it's probably a night guard. Hi. Tirana Pristine. So this thing's a change of bus. So actually I go to Pristine, which is back in Kosovo, and then on to a kid on the bus wanted me to move in the back. He tried to say I had to sit in the back, and the bus is absolutely empty, and I have a ticket. A lot of these people are paying cash to get in, so bottom line is I just basically said fuck off and sit where I want to. I'll force them to make me move. I get car sick too, so generally never let the bus driver tell you where to sit or whatever. Just sit there and make them deal with it. All the buses seem to leave from this Albania, in front of this Albania University UFO. There's 2 of them, you got to be careful, but right below it is where they sell the tickets too. I mean, a lot of the buses. I'm not saying all the buses, just some of the buses. International buses, I think. 4-lane highway, which is really unusual for this part of southeastern Europe. I haven't in the last 5 or 6 countries. I only seen it between going south from Belgrade, Serbia to Kosovo. It's a short stretch though. I don't think this will last very long, but it's definitely a nice one for the short stretch we're going to have. I'm in Albania. So the traffic, the actual travel in southeastern Europe is probably right around averaging around 30 to 40 kilometers an hour. We're not even coming close to 70 miles an hour or things like that. It's always around 35 to 40 miles an hour. Really rough country in this part of the world. Rocky, rough. Most areas I've been, even the beach places are the worst. But it makes a beautiful beach, but it makes it really horrible for living in a way. I think it's the separation between Albania and Kosovo. I don't know what the distance on this tunnel is, but it's huge. Tunnels are less than 10 seconds. This one's going to be about 2 minutes. That was closer to 3 minutes or 4 minutes. I'm really like reading Wikipedia right now.
Ato e kishë hapë në momenti vërtet i hapjes, nuk është regjistruar. Mund dalu 10 minuta kushdo. Ma tepër hiç.
They always collect the passports, and we go across the border, and then they give them back. So this guy is basically handing them back. I have no idea where they stamped them because I didn't see anywhere. Might have been right up in the bridge, right up in the tunnel, but not quite obvious. I'm 90% sure we're in Kosovo right now, but Pristine is pretty close, right after the border, but there wasn't they gave me my passport back, but it wasn't quite obvious that what we did, because I'd never actually seen a control point. So it looks like the border between Albania and Kosovo is pretty porous in a way, pretty transparent. I mean, not transparent, but just not much of a control situation. Okay, I was wrong. They actually did have to go through a checkpoint, but the guy at the border wanted to actually collect the passport from each person. One thing nice is I got the only blue passport in the whole thing, so it's real easy to spot my passport. Everybody else is probably either from Kosovo or Albania, and I'm the only American on the bus, I think. I haven't seen an American for a long time now, but not the place where the United States comes to. Kosovo has a lot though, and pristine, but a lot of them go to Skopje, where I'm going to next, in Macedonia. I'm on the way to pristine Kosovo, and it's just because I got to enter this country just because there's no direct route to Skopje. The roads are no good, so that basically it's faster to come into this country than go. This is like crossing little states in the United States. It's not exactly the same as. They're not, when there's the countries, they can have 2 million people here. They're really small. They're like Delaware, right? So you could drive across it with a blink. Oh yeah, it took us 2 hours and 45 minutes to get to from Tirana to the Kosovo border. So it's supposed to be a 6-hour trip all the way to Skopje, but I don't know what they really were very vague and ambiguous about the I got to change buses in Pristine, so they always are too optimistic, and it's not optimistic. They basically just want to make the short trip, but it really is no. I guess I'll arrive around 1 or 2 in Skopje, but if everything goes right, I'll arrive at noon, right? Hey, this is the bus driver right now. Where are you from? Albania or Kosovo?
Kosovo.
Kosovo,
Yeah.
Ah, very good.
Quite a character.
Yes. He's very happy.
He looks like Asterix from the film.
But have you been arguing with him on the bus?
Yes, a little, we did.
Which language?
Albanian. I'm from Tirana, he's from Kosovo, but we speak the same language.
You speak the same language.
He's a very hearty man.
Oh yeah. Okay, we stopped. We just got into Kosovo, so what we did is we stopped, I think mostly so these guys could smoke cigarettes, but they also had to go to the toilet. But we're not very far from Pristine, so I'm not sure why we actually stopped. But
some of the passengers are taking the van to go to 2 other destinations.
Okay, so they're actually distributing some of the
Yes.
passengers.
Yes. To Peja and to some other towns.
Here in Kosovo?
Yes.
Okay. So some of the people are getting off at this like a way station, truck stop, whatever. But you're from...
I'm from Tirana, but I live in Pristina. My fiancée is from Kosovo.
Okay, I see she has dreads. Is that normal here?
No.
I've never seen dreads in southeastern Europe.
She's maybe one of the first to start wearing them, but she's a singer also.
Yeah.
Yes, and now some younger girls are starting to wear them as well.
Yeah.
But
I think
very
in
few.
Northern Europe and then all the United States and South. You see them all the time in Asia. So this is, what's your name, sir?
Flori.
Flori. I'm Andy Graham. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'll show you a little bit of the station. It's just like a bus stop in the United States in a way, but not with organized parking. But I'm going to go try in and snag a piece of bread or something. Here's the bus. When I got on the bus, I think they wanted all the young people to go to the back, so they kept trying to push me to go to the back, but I refused because I get car sick. And it won out. I didn't have to go sit in the back, but you gotta really watch it when they try to, you know. I think they got all the old people in the front. I'm not sure though. Pristina, Kosovo. I'll change bus here and go to Skopje, Macedonia. So I got off that bus and got on this bus. Very quick. Okay, we're in Pristina and we're going to Skopje, Macedonia. There was the bus I just left. Really transferred quick, so that was really good. But I wasn't sure if they were going to make me sit in the bus stop for a long time or not. So my unfriendly friend. Not every time you sit down on a bus is everything perfect, right? I was lucky to get a seat halfway up so I don't get car sick. From Tirana to Pristina was 4 hours and 15 minutes. This is a ticket. Got on the bus. It's absolutely illegible. I can't read it at all. I guess it'll get me there. He's basically selling tickets right on the bus. Stopping for gas. The bus is rocking back and forth like this all the time. Really got some bad leak springs. I'm a Volvo traveler. I just went into my 98th country. I'm in Macedonia. Entering Skopje, so people are starting to get off at different stops. I hope this goes to the bus stop. Bus stop. Seems to be, oh good, we're going right to the bus stop. I was worried that it might just stop along the street somewhere. Okay, I arrived in Skopje, Macedonia with this bus right here, and I got to sit down and look at my computer because I really don't know the directions. I'm supposed to be really close to here, but I got to look at a map. That looks like a mountain climbing bag where they. What happens is if you're climbing mountains, you have this pad, so if you fall down, these got shitloads. This is obviously not the hot setup here. I should have put it on my Kindle. I just didn't have time. I was screwing around too much. So the kids that are traveling for a long time got an absolutely exact itinerary. Carry these little plastic folders, and they'll put every freaking thing right in line there, and they got everything scheduled down to thing. But I'm not going to ever travel like that. Okay, I basically want the option to just go anywhere and everywhere I want to go, within reason. I'm going to make a trip to Venice pretty soon, and then I'm going to go over to Malta, and then Bucharest. But in between, there's things where you have to schedule things, but I'm not going to schedule it like to the T. After 6 hours, the last thing I really want to do is try to look for buses, but I got to get an idea of what's possible here. Zagreb, Milano. Hey, how are you? This is the inside of the bus station. Trying to figure out if there's a way to figure out Sofia. He says €1, so I'm going to take it. Posto Valentin. He was joking with me. He just was going to walk me around the corner and point the way. So he did it for free. 100% free.
Thank you.
Thank you. Macedonia.
Ciao, ciao.
He was going to take me to the bus stop for there for €1, but he just walked me out, pointed it. I was very lucky. See, there was 2 entrances here to this side. On this side, and then the other side. And being that these dingalings in the hostel only, they assume walk towards the center, all these things that we don't know because we've never been here before. I walked out and decided to go check out the other side, because see, you got big buses, little buses. It's according to what side you come in. And there's 2 entrances here, so the directions are real wanky. But everybody gets there. They always act like it's a wonderful thing, but it's always a problem, right? So this is Nicola thing. It's really close to the bus stop, so I should have absolutely no problem. That's not totally true. Yeah, there's a one-way street here. So it's just straight down this street about 400 meters, 400 yards. I found it wasn't quite as easy as I thought. It's just after the gas station, and there's nobody who knows this street, Nicola. Supposed to be on the second floor. Looks pretty rough outside, but this is supposed to be really nice inside. But it's only like $5. Oh, no, it's like $7. €5. Yeah, hostel. Got a lot of locks.